Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to see the lesson chemical bonding. Students, it is a very important lesson for JEE as well as NEET. Okay, so today we are going to cover the concept bond length, bond energy, bond angle and bond order. We'll see here one by one. Okay, now first one is we are going to see bond length. Okay, as we know students, what is meant by bond length? It is simply distance between the, or we call it as an average distance between the nuclei of the two bonded atoms in a molecule. Understood? Okay, now for example, suppose we take I2 molecule. Okay, in this molecule there are two iodine atoms. Okay, one iodine atom and another iodine atom. Okay, there is a single bond between these two iodine atoms. Now, how will define this bond length? Suppose I will draw here atomic structure of this iodine. This is a nucleus, and now electrons are revolved around this nucleus. This is a simple atomic structure of an iodine. I will not show here electrons. Okay, I'm just want to simplify or just want to give an definition of bond length. Okay, now similarly we can write another iodine atomic structure. Now this is a nuclei of this atom, and now this is a nuclei of this another atom. Okay, so actually what is the definition of this bond length? It is an average distance between nuclei of the two bonded atoms. In this case, two iodine atoms are bonded to form a I2 molecule. Okay, understood? So now these two iodine atoms are joined through this nuclei. Okay, so now this is simply called as an what? Bond length of this I2 molecule. Okay, so on the basis of bond length, there are a number of questions will be asked for JEE, NEET as well as Maharashtra CET examination. Totally competitive exams, there are so many questions will be on this concept. So we'll see one by one how will the question will be asked, and what are the conditions and what are the factors to be remembered for bond length. Okay, now simply we'll start with this bond length. Okay, now first condition or first point to remember here, student, bond length is indirectly proportional to S character, or we can say bond length is inversely proportional to S character. Okay, now I think you will all know what is meant by S character, or how to find out the percentage of S character. Okay, now see, there are certain examples. Now first one is an alkane. Okay, now this is an alkane. Okay, CH. Okay, now it is having bond length of 1.093 angstrom. Okay, now suppose we are considering alkene. Here its bond length is 1.087 angstrom, and suppose considering alkyne, bond length is what? Somewhat again less than this alkene. Okay, now see here in alkane bond length is 1.093, alkene 1.087, and alkyne somewhat again lesser than this. What it means, as we move from alkane to alkene to alkyne, bond length goes on decreases. Means alkanes having bond length we call it as an greater than alkene. Okay, then alkyne, or simply we can write alkynes are having less bond length than alkene than alkane. Okay, now how it happens? Actually, we already told bond length is inversely proportional to S character. Now, in this case, what happens is, students, alkane is having sp3 hybridization. Okay, alkane is having sp3 hybridization, and alkenes are sp2, and alkynes are sp hybridization. Okay. Now, just find out the what is the percentage of S character in each case. Now, in this case, what happens? Percentage of S character is simply what? 25%. Percentage of S character is in this case is 25%. How it's 25? Hybridization is sp3. Okay, so total there are 4 orbitals. Okay, 4 orbitals. So 4 orbitals is divided by 100. That is 100% is divided by these 4 orbitals. We will get what? 25%. Okay, means 25% of S character, 25% of P character, 25% of P character, 25% of P character. Means total for P orbital or P character there is an 75%, and S character there is an 25%. Okay. Now move to alkene. Now in this case it is an sp2 hybridization. Okay, so there are only 3 orbitals. Okay, suppose we are considering total percentage is sp2 hybridization is 100. There are 3 orbitals, so just simply divide 100 by 3 orbitals. You will get what? Each will get 33.33 percentage. Means S will get 33.33, P will get 33.33, another P will get 33.33. So simply S character is what happens? 33.33 in this case. Okay. Now as we move towards the alkyne, now in this case its hybridization is sp. Okay. As there are only 2 orbitals, so in this case the percentage of S and P is means equal. S percentage is what? Somewhat 50%, and P percentage is 50%. Okay, S character percentage 50% and P character percentage is also 50%. Okay, so what is our concept? Bond length is inversely proportional to S character. Means as the bond length, or we call it as the S character increases, bond length decreases, or as the bond length increases, S character decreases. Means vice versa. Okay, suppose we can say bond length increases. As bond length increases, S character decreases. As bond length increases, S character decreases. Or suppose S character increases, bond length decreases. Okay, we can say that S. Means S character, as we know from alkane to alkene to alkyne, there is an increase in S character, percentage of S character. So that's why bond length, what happens, students? Decreases. Bond length decreases as percentage of S character increases. Understood? Now this is first condition. It's very important to note. Now next one is, now see, again the bond length between this carbon-carbon single bond is 1.54 angstrom, carbon-carbon double bond is again 1.34 angstrom, and carbon-carbon triple bond is 1.20 angstrom. Okay, what happens, students? In this case also bond length goes on decreases as we move from alkane to alkene to alkynes. Okay, again in this case also, means this carbon-carbon single bond is having what? sp3 hybridization. Okay, this is what? sp3 hybridization. Now in this case this carbon-carbon double bond is what? sp2 hybridization. Okay, and now this carbon-carbon triple bond is sp3 hybridization. Okay, so already we know that as we move from sp3 to sp2 to sp hybridization, sorry, this one is sp hybridization. Okay, so in this case in sp3 there is an S character is 25%, in sp2 S character is 33.3%, and in sp S character is 50%. So again, as we move from this carbon-carbon single bond to carbon-carbon double bond to carbon-carbon triple bond, what happens? Hybridization is decreases, means sp3 to sp2 to sp. Okay, as hybridization decreases, what happen? Percentage of S character increases. As percentage of S character increases, students, there is a decrease in the bond length. Okay, as we see here, 1.54 angstrom, 1.34 angstrom and 1.20 angstrom. Okay, now next, again it's also very important to note, carbon nitrogen single bond is having 1.47 angstrom, carbon nitrogen double bond is having 1.28, and carbon nitrogen triple bond is having 1.5 angstrom, and carbon oxygen single bond is having again 1.43 angstrom. Now what happens, students? Now this is an exceptional case. Carbon single bond is having 1.43, it is an exceptional case. Now carbon single bond nitrogen, carbon double bond nitrogen, carbon triple bond nitrogen. Again in this case also percentage of S character goes on increases, so that's why bond length decreases. Okay, understood? Yeah. Now next case, as we move from carbon to fluorine, means bond between carbon and fluorine, carbon and halogen, again carbon and chlorine, carbon and bromine, carbon and iodine. What happens? The bond length again 1.42, 1.77, 1.91, 2.13. Means in this case, bond length goes on what? Bond length goes on what? Increases. Why this happen? Now see, these are the halogens. Suppose, I will explain here. As we know, students, the group 17 elements, the sequence of halogens are like fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Okay, as we move from top to bottom, what happens? There is an increase in atomic number. As increase in atomic number, atomic size also increases. Okay, as atomic size increases, we can write here F, means here F2, Cl2, Br2, and here I2. So in this case, fluorine is having somewhat a smaller atomic size, so we can write here, or we can try to draw the atomic structure of these two fluorine atoms. Now see, the bond length is what? Somewhat smaller. Okay, again as we move from fluorine to chlorine, atomic number increases. As atomic number increases, again bond length increases because atomic size increases. Okay, so as atomic size increases, bond length also increases. Again we can write for bromine, and last for iodine. Okay, now see, students, as we move from fluorine to iodine, what happens? Atomic size increases. As atomic size increases, the bond length will also goes on increases. Okay, so similarly, now in this case, as we move from Cf to Cl, CCl, CBr, Ci, what happens? Bond length goes on increases. Okay, understood? Now OH is having bond length 0.97 and NH is having bond length 1.07. Okay, now suppose we are considering only I2 molecules, Br2 molecules, Cl2 molecules, again Hi, then F2 molecule, then HPR, then HCl. Now this sequence is very important to remember. Now see students, what happens in this case. The I2 molecule is having greater bond length, that is 2.67 than Br2, then Cl2, then comes Hi, then F2 1.42, then 1.41 HBr, and last one is HCl. Okay, why this happens we already explained. Now this is our reason, or this is our answer for that question. Okay, understood? Now so this is our what? Simply bond length. Okay, so you need to remember all these 4 points. Now first one is what? Bond length is inversely proportional to percentage of S character. Okay, and these are the 3 important sequence you have to remember for JEE and NEET examination. Okay, now this is about bond length. I think I clear your bond length concept. In next lecture we will see the questions asked in JEE and NEET on the basis of this bond length. Okay, so thank you students.